My name is Busola. I know we have about 10 people here with me. I'm excited to be here. Thank you, team, for introducing me, for giving me the platform to explain my own idea, my perspective of brand development from the sales channels point of view. So distribution is very key, as I said earlier. Without distribution, of course, you can have a fantastic product, you can be creating awareness, promotion, and if you don't have the right place, the right channel for the customers to access that product, then you are sure that you will not get revenue. You are sure that you will not expand in terms of your sales. So it all works together. So it's important that while you're developing your products, while you're trying to promote your brand, creating awareness, it's important that that element of distribution, it's what gives you a lot of volume, a lot of revenue, a lot of things as to how you can penetrate the market. Distribution channel is very, very important. So I'm going to be sharing my screen and showing you some my presentation. Just hold on a bit. I'm trying to get access to.
Oh, okay, to share screen.
Yes, share the screen. Okay, so I can share the screen now.
Okay.
I hope you can see my screen now.
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Yeah. So for today's presentation is about leveraging channel for brand development. There's a little bit of tweak from the initial topic that I was giving, but it just speaks to, just like to summarize it, it speaks to what we want to hear and what we want to know about. So basically it summarizes about distribution and brand management. Brand development is all the series of things you do, and it's a non-stop thing. It's not like you do it once and you go to bed. So all the things you do to ensure that your brands continuously meet the objective that you set for it. So distribution is part of it. So I'll be starting first of all to talk about what are things, what's in a channel, what are things you'll be learning from this presentation. We're talking about channel as an element of marketing, the channel dynamics, the channel mix, why it's important, leveraging channel, the platforms that we could try, and how to build the game plan in channel management as to how it helps us in brand development. So what's channel and how it's important to us? Channel is very important because it's crucial in driving sales. It helps you to penetrate the market. It helps you to grow sales volume. It helps you to expand your territory. So you can start a small business or start a big business, and your business can be you're selling anything. For instance, you're selling mattress. Let me use Vitafoam as a brand. You're selling mattress and you just started a mattress business. What do you want to do? You're selling to your friends, selling to your neighbors from your factory or from your house or from wherever you are. And you realize that you want to sell much more. You want to expand your view. You want to expand your brand, expand your reach, grow revenue. What you need to do is how else can I sell? What other channel can I leverage? That's why you open a social media account. So beyond people that know you, so that people can come in and buy from you. That's why you say, let me open an e-commerce website. That's why you say, well, let me go and open a shop so people can reach my product. So channel is essential in brand development. It's just this, it determines how far your brand can go, how far many more people can reach your brand. They can access your brand. Your brand can be known. It gives you visibility. It gives you that, a lot of leverage compared to your customers. Some people somebody that's just selling to my neighborhood compared to a brand that is selling in Lagos, selling in Abuja, has a lot of stores or a lot of, that has a lot of channels. Of course, the person will win, even though the person has, if you have a very good brand and you only sell it within your family members, and somebody that has a not so good brand and is selling it across multiple channels, from physical store to WhatsApp channel to SMS to e-commerce to Jumia, of course the person will sell much more than you, because not because you don't have a fantastic brand, because the person has more channel, if you reach more people, he can expand his market. So the more people that he reaches the market, the person will tell the other person, and it keeps growing and growing like that. So that's why, and one of the reasons why channel management is essential to brand development. It should not be taken for granted, because without the channel, you cannot grow your business, because you cannot even reach your customers. That's just it. If you don't have a channel, so beyond you just selling, you have to have other channels to reach your customers. And another thing that makes it important is because it's the third P in the marketing mix. We all know the 4 Ps. I believe they're all marketing people here. So even if you're not marketing people, 4 Ps is the 4 Ps of marketing. It's just the basic principle of marketing. We have the place, we have the products, we have the products, we have the price, we have the place is the third P. So place, where will your customer reach you? How will they buy what you are selling? So that's why it's important in marketing mix. That's why it's important in brand development. Before you even start saying you want to promote the products, you have to first of all have a place where customers can reach you. So if you have a fantastic product, they ask you, you're already promoting it, come and buy me. I have this, I can solve this problem, I can do this, I can do the question you ask you, so where is that place that I will go to? How can I reach you? How can I, if you, just like someone advertising and a phone number is not going, the only thing that the person can connect is the phone number. You put up a flyer, you don't even put up the address of where they reach you, no website, no phone number, no address. So how did the customer know exactly where to buy what you are selling? So it's just as important as the product in itself. It's not just the social media channel. Some people just believe that when they talk about channels, they're talking about just social media. It's not just social media, it's beyond social media. It has a lot more to do with the customer journey, the customer. It starts from the customer anyway, before you can determine the channel that you will be using. So first of all, you need to also know that it's just beyond social media, not just WhatsApp, it's not just Instagram, it's the channels, it's the means by which you create experience for your customers. Then channel is another thing, is about touch points. Customer touch point is very important, because if you don't have a touch point for your customers, how do you engage them for continuous selling? Even if it's just your phone, that is the only place you sell your products through. If it's just a WhatsApp status, the way you communicate to your customers, the way you engage them, it's important. You just don't slam them by, okay, this come and buy now. Sometimes you need to do something that will be interesting, that they will look forward to, even when they're not willing to buy right now. They're looking forward to going to your page or looking for your status, because they know that they will find something interesting that sometimes in future they want to buy. I'm sure they will go to you. So if your touch point could be your phone, your touch point could be your salesperson going there to physically sell to them. It could be your social media channel. It could be your Instagram page. It could be your Facebook page. It could be anything. It could be with Jumia. Make sure that you're creative about it, such that when the customer sees it, they can see not just the product, they can see other things that will make them decide to buy you. It's not just a place to sell, it's a place to create experience around the brand, experience about what you're selling, experience about how you're selling it in a way that it delights the customers even more. So such that when you're selling it, the customer doesn't just see you as just selling your product. They are seeing all the experience, all the benefits, all the content you are sharing to the customers. That's what a sales channel is all about. So there's different types of sales channel. There's business to business, there's B2C. Business to business involves a whole lot of things, because you need to understand that your business determines the channels you're going to choose. So if you have a business that is just basically a technical, for instance, you are selling drugs, you cannot be selling it like the person that is selling toothpaste or somebody that is selling soap, because it requires a whole lot of information. So the person selling it is part of your sales channel. Your salesperson is important. So even delivering the message to the person that will buy, because if it's like, even if someone is selling hypertensive drugs, you cannot be selling like someone that is selling soap or selling milk. It's not the same thing, because the decision to buy those kind of drugs involves a high involvement decision. The person needs to think about, why do I need these drugs? What are the side effects of these drugs? Or what are the buying decision is very complex, because on a B2C, B2B, for instance, if a business is buying, I want to buy a raw material for making mattress, for instance, or for making anything I do. I can't just, the way I would think about it is not the same way I would think about buying a shirt for myself. This is a personal decision. When I'm thinking about buying a raw material for what I use to manufacture my products, I will think about it in a different way. I'll look at the cost, I'll look at the storage, I'll look at a whole lot of decisions involved in it. Sometimes business to business are exclusive. I'm an exclusive distributor. The way I will negotiate with my manufacturer or franchisor is different from the way somebody that is just going to buy sweets across the road. The difference is, so all those things are important in settling for which channel or which channel not to choose. So business to consumer, like I mentioned, he has low involvement. Mass market, most FMCGs are actually business to consumers. They are very competitive and low entry barriers. But there are a lot of people in that market space. So the decision to buy and how to buy is not really a tough decision. What are the channel dynamics? That means what the different types of channels, and it depends on where you play. Some people do direct channels. So I am a manufacturer. I'm making soap myself, and I'm selling directly to the consumers. I don't have an intermediary. Uber does that too. Uber has it doesn't have any intermediary. It sells directly to his so the customer offers, it gets the service directly through the app. The app can be the channel, but it's directly from Uber directly to the customers. It's not like you're going to go and buy from a aboki down the road, or you're buying from a shop down the street, or you're buying from maybe a shop which is a middleman. You're enjoying the service directly from the customer. Banks too, insurance companies too, financial institutions generally, they serve you most times their services through, you go directly to the banking or use their app. It's a direct service from the bank to you. So some people just do that, and it also has its pros and its cons. The other one is indirect channels, where the customers actually typically buy the products from somebody else that is not a manufacturer. So maybe it can be the retailer, it can be the wholesaler, there's also a middleman, maybe an agent. Yeah, I'm an agent to this company and I'm attached to this distributor. So I still offer the service of the customer, of the company to the end customer. So in doing that, there are different ways by you can actually have a sales channel. There's another one, exclusive channels. These are the ways mostly for premium brands like the iPhone of this world. Dulux has exclusive channels. Some brands too has exclusive channels. Even so, like all those like Ferrari, there are exclusive channels, so that they kind of control how their products goes out to the audience. So only that product is going to be sold at that store. It's not like retailers where you can go there, you find Omo, you find Ariel, you find different all kinds of soap in one store. But some premium channels, particularly premium brands, they have exclusive channels so that they can control and take ownership of the branding. They can do whatever they want at those channels, and it's all for themselves. And there's hybrid channels. Hybrid channels combines the two. So you find out that sometimes people get franchise, for instance, particularly for global brands. The Domino's Pizza, for instance, is a global brand, and the people that are running in Nigeria, it's not the people that are running in South Africa. Although they are exclusive channels because they are 100% Domino's Pizza inside of it. But what you have is that you find out that they are franchise partners of Domino's Pizza in America. So there are other brands that exist across everywhere. People even iPhone in Nigeria. iPhone is not iPhone directly, although it's an exclusive store, but it's actually from a franchise partner that is actually retailing into us in Nigeria, but it's exclusive because everything inside that store is iPhone. So it depends on the kind of products you have, your audience, the way they buy, the way they think, that determines what kind of channel to use. Also, so then the channel mix, what are the channel mix people use? There's so many different, many, they're even on unlimited channel mix that people use. But these are the key ones that I've been able to identify that we can always resonate with. Most people have physical office. That's the traditional one that everybody knows. Some people use SMS. The only way they sell their product is SMS. Some people combine SMS with their physical office. Some people sell from their house, which starts at their own office too. Some people social media through Instagram, through Facebook. There's so many channels through Pinterest, WhatsApp, e-commerce. So e-commerce could be Jumia, it could be Gigi, it could be Konga, and it could be your own personal website. So there's a difference between a third-party website, e-commerce website, and your own website, because your own website is 100% you. But the other e-commerce website could be another party that has a whole lot of other brands on it, but you also sell on that platform. It could be Alibaba, AliExpress, it could be Amazon. All those are there are so many e-commerce platforms that you can actually they can actually leverage on to sell your brands. So also a salesperson, like I said, the example of a medical personnel, somebody that sells, for instance, sells Omron, high blood pressure mix, or something that sells things around them. Things I'm trying to look for. If you're in the oil and gas industry, for instance, those people that work with that sells machinery for downstream sector. Of course, they won't sell it like the way somebody that is selling toothpaste or selling soap. The way they are technical salespeople, they understand the way the machine works. They understand how they will use the machine. So they will speak the language that the customers understand. So the salesperson now that's the person's channel. Of course, through apps. Now we have applications that can do almost anything, and you can have a direct experience of the products from the applications. WhatsApp, social media influencers, you want to launch a product sometimes just beyond if I'm on social media, but how else can I sell? How else can I penetrate the market? Use social media influencers that are your audience. These influencers have a way of, there's a channel through which you can sell to them. So they tag you, it comes back to you again. So, okay, through them you can sell because people don't know that they use it. So they serve as a brand ambassador. They also serve as a sales channel to you. What's the importance of channel to brands? First of all, it expands your reach and it grows your revenue. So you have a channel, for instance, you are selling. Why are you even having a channel? Why do you want to sell? Why do you want to have another channel? You already have created a product, you have it. So how do you want to reach more people if you don't have a channel? You need to have a channel such that you can sell more, you can get more revenue, you can expand your reach. The more customers, the more retailers that have your product on their shelf, the more customers have opportunity to see it. So that when you promote it, they can say, oh, I had this product on social media, I had it on radio, I saw it at this place. That means I can buy it the next time I come in. Next time they go to the store, they can connect what they saw on TV or what they heard on radio or what they saw in newspaper or what they saw on flyer on Instagram. They can connect it to the brand and now physically seen in the show. If you have all those, if you do a lot of promotions, you have a product and people cannot even see it, then it's a problem. It's a worrisome thing for entrepreneurs, for manufacturers to say that no, but if, for instance, you go to an area where you see a lot of your audience, your customers are there, but they can't find your product. It's always something that gives a lot of brand owners sleepless nights and look for how do we get people to stock our products so that people can even see the products to say, let me just patronize this product. Then it defines your positioning. For instance, as a brand, if you sell some particular brand, you can say, I want to pitch my tent. I don't want to be seen as a all-commerce brand. I want to pitch my tent in some places where I know that the profile of the place will rub on the profile of my brand. It defines your positioning. So that's why you see some people, they say, I can only be on Jumia. I don't want to be on Gigi. I don't want to be on other platform. I just want to be on Jumia alone. Jumia, Amazon. My books will only sell on Amazon. So when you see on Amazon, there's a profile, people start thinking, Amazon, that means this book must really be good. So it's just about how your channel is influencing people's experience. So say my book is available on Amazon. You say as a person, you can say, okay, you can buy you can order my products on AliExpress. You can order my products on Jumia. I don't want to be in other places. You can even decide not to have a website, but you're always available on Jumia. So people say you're on Jumia, really? Yeah. So it elevates you kind of. So those kind of things are things that if you select the right channels, it can define your positioning. You can also say that I want to be in this kind of store. I don't want to be in a small store. I want to only be in ShopRite, in Spar, in the first tier large malls. I don't want to go to. I don't have just for the sake of an example. I don't want to go to Just Right. I don't want to go to all those smaller ones. I want to go to the high-end stores because there's a way you say, I'm in Spar. Like, really? So if you go to other places and say, the Spar is stocking me, they might be willing to stock you because they know that for Spar to stock you or for this product, for these other people to stock you, that means that your product actually meets a spec. So that's where channel can define your position. Also, it gives you visibility. I think I've mentioned this 1,001 times in this presentation. So, you can't have visibility without you can have visibility if people don't know, cannot even view your product. So wherever you are, whether offline or online, your products needs to be seen. People need to know that I can see this product I can buy this product from this place. It also helps you market, particularly if you're new, you just launch a product and you're trying to make this product gain some visibility, you're trying to penetrate the market. Your channel can help you. And the number of channels you have can determine how fast or how great your brand can penetrate the market. A typical example is Too Sure. Too Sure was launched just after lockdown, and you could tell that the only way Too Sure was able to break that is because of they had a very strong retail strategy. Without that, any other brand that is just coming in and saying I want to break the market will be difficult, because really they use their muzzle of 7-Up, and they had this they already had trucks going for them. They had trucks, they already had the retail presence. Just leverage on it to say, we are the same person that you've already known for a while. We want to go into this new product line, and they leverage those existing channels to create a new channel for themselves. And and that worked at the time when people actually needed that product, and nobody was actually owning that market at the time. So they owned it, and they owned it well. So it's that channel that really worked for them. So it's important for you to know that market penetration it's like channel. You cannot do market penetration without having a right channel. Repurchases. So people always come back to you. Okay, I bought before, so they can tell that, okay, if I want to buy again, and you give them more channels. Maybe before I came to your physical store, I can say, what if I don't want to come to a physical store? Can I get somewhere else? Somebody saying, okay, you can buy it online. Just send me a DM. Can find a way to do it. You said this, you send me evidence. So those are things that helps in brand development. So the more people buy your product, the more there's a purchase, the brand is growing, people are knowing about it. There's feedback from the customer. These things always help. So like I said, the Too Sure example, it makes you a market leader. Right now, if you want to break the market for sanitizer in Nigeria, the brand to beat is Too Sure. So everywhere in Nigeria, key markets in Nigeria, they're there. So if you are a brand that was even selling before they came, I'm sure some people never remember that some other brands were existing. There were many brands existing before they came into market, but they came into market and they came in well. So if you want to, they are now the market leader, because they're everywhere. Everywhere you go, you meet them there. So if you want to, you now have to now copy their strategy. Say, okay, how can I be where Too Sure is? At least let me be where they are, so that if customers see me, they can also say, okay, I'm here too, I'm here. So those are the things that gives you advantage. And a lot of times, the more channels you have, multiple channels, physical channels, online channels, all those channels, leveraging them at the same time, the more your brand penetrates, the more revenue you get, the more reach you get, and the more growth your brand will get. So how do you do it? What's the criteria for you to, have this fantastic channel that can help you win the market in all the things you do? Number one, you have to define your customer persona. So you are selling wig, or you are selling, you're selling a baby care range, for instance, maybe something around maternity range, and that's what you are currently selling. Who are your audience? Typically, your audience are pregnant women. So you need to determine where they are, what is their ways, what's their behavior, what's their buying pattern. When a pregnant woman wants to buy something for her baby, for herself, where does she go to? How does she shop? Who does she meet? What kind of person are they? The person that will buy this kind of products, are they educated, or are they people they're interested in, I want the color to be like this. They must have some level of sophistication. Are they trendy? Are they travel out? So they're exposed. What kind of tools do they use? Are they social media savvy? Those things help you to say, okay, along the customer journey, these guys are customer savvy, they're social media savvy. So that means they can use the app. That means they will like convenience. So they can do online delivery to them. You can tell them to come to you on WhatsApp. They can reach you. You can send them, and you can meet them on WhatsApp. You can meet them on Instagram. They are there. So those things actually helps to define your audience. If you don't have those, if you don't have those customer persona, define who your customer is. I'm speaking to this customer. Who is my customer? How does the customer look like? How will I define my customer? That is the first line in determining your channel. If you don't have that, you cannot have a good channel. You cannot even have a channel that will feed your market. Your channel, first of all, starts with your customers. Who is your customer like? Who are they? How do they buy? Where did they buy from? what's their buying pattern? Do they buy every month? Do they buy every day? Do they buy every week? Do they buy once in a while? So those are the things that will determine the channels that you choose. A product life cycle. So is your product a new product? Is it an existing product? For instance, you want to win a market, you just came into the market. How do you penetrate? Knowing your customers already determines, okay, what is my existing channel? How can I now do much more than what I'm doing? So what you just need to do is do more. You're already doing, you don't have anywhere to learn for. You're just starting a business. You look at your customers and plug your channel along their persona. Someone that you want to start your business in Lagos, for instance. You don't have any channel around outside of Lagos. You don't have anybody that can feed your market around outside Lagos. So you focus on Lagos. So if you're in Lagos, I'm in Lagos, my channel is in Lagos. Anybody that is ordering, is there a way I can deliver my products to them if you order from Abuja? Can I do that? If you can do that, why not? Go ahead and do that and find, if you can find a channel, maybe through Instagram, they will order online. There's no physical store. They can't pick up. You have to send to them. All those things are important. My customers, people that can order, they trust that when they order online, they can get it. So if your customers are people that don't believe in online businesses, you know that you have to have a physical store. If not, you will not sell. So you have to understand your customers, their psyche, the way they think around their products, the way they are kind of person determines how they buy, what they buy, and who even they buy from. Sometimes if you have a brand, your products that are selling, and your customers are the kind of people that they believe that if it is not from a ShopRite, it is not from Spar, I cannot eat it. So some people are just like that. So if you have this kind of customer, you know that you have to have your product has to find its way into those stores. If not, some people will not buy it. So even if you're advertising on Instagram, they don't care. But as long as it's in those places that they trust, then they can buy those products. Then there's some natural partners for you. So if you are selling, for instance, you are selling sponge, or you are selling, let's say you're selling a drink, what thing can complement the drink? See, the way Coke is always saying they're partnering with restaurants, because they know that Coke and a meal go together. So if you're selling those kind of things, look for natural partners. Even without advertising, people will naturally eat food and have a drink. They naturally eat at the beer parlor. They will always say they want to drink, and always say they want to eat fish, or they want to eat small chops. They want to always do something that complements it. So look at your products. Who are your natural partners? How can you partner with how can you use their channels, to sell your product to? Then the nature of your products. A product that has a 24-hour shelf life, or a product that has a 5-day shelf life, or a product that has limitless shelf life. It determines how you sell it. If your product is something that you cannot stock it for a very long time. Its shelf life is very short. You can't stock it for a long time. So you know that as you are producing and selling out, you have to have a sales channel that makes it easy for people to buy your product. It's like people that are selling Gala. Gala has a 7 days lifespan. So you see that every day from Gala factory, people are moving out, they're selling the Gala on the road. They must sell it finished before it expires, because every day they produce another one. If not, what happens is that once it expires, nobody buys it, it's a waste. So the experience is a product that you have to show for you to know how the product works. For you to know how you have to demonstrate the product. Is it that kind of product that you're selling? That also will mean the way you sell it. If it's that kind of products, you cannot be selling that kind of products and be selling it. You can't be selling it on. You have to show them. Maybe there's a video you need to play. People are see how this product works. You see it some adverts on Instagram. People will show you not just showing you the product, they show you how the product solves a problem. So you can see, okay, that helps your buying decision. So that is also determined. So is your product's premium? That's the criteria, one of the criteria for choosing. If the product is premium, you know that you can't sell the way mass products will sell. You have to sell it in a way that people will believe. Premiumness comes with its own style. So even the person selling a product has to look premium. Even the way the person is buying, you have to come with an extra customer service. When customers come to your store, they want to believe that when they are buying product, what they are buying from you it's valuable. It gives them value. So the entire customer experience at that store has to be premium. the look and feel, the speak and span, the person speaking to them, every single thing along that customer journey has to be premium. If not, the customer will begin to have doubts in the quality of what they are buying, because it is premium. Premium always have a way, command extra, demands extra from the customers. And while we are doing just marketing, we need to understand that we are also customers. So there's a psyche, there's a thinking behind where people buy premium products. Your customer journey from awareness up to advocacy. So you need to look at when your customer is thinking of, there's a need. I need to buy a sportswear. I need to buy a sports shoe, for instance. I want to buy running shoes. You're thinking, I want to buy running shoes. That's from the customers, because this is all about customers' perspective now. I want to buy running shoes. You're asking yourself, I want to buy running shoes. Where can I buy running shoes? I need a running shoes. Where do I buy it? So what do I do? As me now, what will I do? I can ask my friend first. Do you know where I can buy running shoes? So if my friend has an example, if my friend understands where they can say, go to ShopRite, I think there's a sports shop there, or go to Stadium, I think there's a sports shop there, or go to Keja, there's a sports shop. Where else can you get sports shop where you can buy things? Okay, what do we do? Let's Google it. So your customer is checking. So are you in that place? If your customer wants to check, customer Googles your products and says, sports shop in Lagos, sports shop in Ikeja, sports shop in this. Are you there? Have you registered your product online? Where the person can say number and call. Okay, so my shoe is size this. Can I get the products to you? Can I get the products down to you? And the person saying, okay, I don't know if you can get that product now. Okay, the person also moves to the level of I'm checking alternatives, comparing prices, is going to Jumia. I can see that Jumia sells this. Are you anywhere in those places where I will compare prices to say, okay, I want to buy these shoes? You're on Jumia, or you're on Instagram, where I can say, okay, I've checked Jumia, let me go to Konga. Let me go to Jumia. Let me check if I can see, and I can also see another person there. I can see maybe my products are there. That way, at the time I'm deciding, okay, so now I want to go and buy the products. I've checked Jumia. I know I'm going to buy Nike running shoes. And so the next one, where do I buy the Nike? I've not decided where I'm going to buy it. Am I sure that when I'm going there to go and buy the store, your store is such that it will be visible for me to locate? I won't have to be parking my car, asking people around, please, do you know where this place is? There's a signage there. There's something that tells me this is where to say. And if it's an online store, is there a way that, okay, I have a website where I can get the products to buy? And my experience in buying, it's not just about buying the product, it's about the experience too. So somebody is saying, I recall when I wanted to buy something online, this person has been advertising on Instagram. I said, let me now try to buy it. It was a nightmare. Eventually, I didn't even buy the products anymore, because when I tried to buy the product, first of all, one link took me to the website. First of all, it took me to Instagram. Then I clicked again. It took me to websites. When I got to the website, let me buy, I had to feel. I kept on feeling. I was like, I feel, let me buy now. It took me to another link again, where I had to choose. I've already chosen the the product before on Instagram. When it said buy, select, I selected. Then it took me to another link. At the end of the day, I was really frustrated. I had to just leave I left the products. I didn't buy anything again. And that was how I left the store. I didn't buy anything from there. I just went to the physical store and I bought what I needed to buy and left it. Toby, I can see your hands up. I think after this it's almost ended, you can ask your questions. So what are the tips for leveraging channel? You have to make it a focus. If you want to leverage your channel, make it a focus. What is the focus? If channel is important to you, make it a focus. How do I expand my product? How do I expand my market? How do I expand my reach? You have to communicate it. Use the existing channel to communicate it. So you can tell, for instance, you're already on WhatsApp, you have an Instagram, and you now open the channel, you're now stocking your product physically in Spar or ShopRite. Tell your existing customers that you now have another place where they can buy your products. You have expanded your footprint. You are now in another store where they can buy it. You need to communicate to them and you make it convenient, so that anytime they are buying, anywhere they are buying, you know that they are getting the same quality from wherever. The other thing is also you need to track performance. So you have like 5 or 6 sales channels, your salesperson is selling, you're selling online, you keep tracking it. Which one is giving you the most mileage? Which one is growing? Which one is you're pushing more volumes? Which one is the customer? What's the customer feedback on this? Which of the products lines are selling? Which one is selling more here? Maybe this one is selling more here. Maybe you pump more here to this one. This one sells more here. So why is they not selling here? You know, that things helps you to also say how else you can replicate that. That's one that is already working and push it to another place and say, let's go and replicate this in another place because you have the experience already. They need to deal with price conflicts because you have multiple channels. Sometimes you find out that the price you're selling directly as a salesperson is different from the person that is selling on social media, and the physical store price is different, and the store the person is selling on Jumia is different, and the prices are different across. You need to understand, you have to now do an average and decide, how do I want to be selling my products? Do I want it to be that if you're buying, yes, you know that online delivery is a different price entirely. Of course, you're paying for the convenience, but the retail price point, you want to make it across board the same. You want to have a slight difference of, you have to have that, you have to make that decision because it will affect how much more your products will go. Because the customers just say, why would I go and buy it there? Because why should I go online to go and buy it? It's always expensive when their shop is just there. That means you won't sell through that channel. You'll be losing customers there. Some people want to buy, they rather go to another place. If you want to buy online, know where to buy on my online. They know that the physical shop is cheaper. If you want to buy online, not even the price of delivery. The retail price is even different again. So you can have that. So you need to harmonize all these prices so that you are getting the best for your product. I'm going to end this presentation with a quote from Welch Smith that says, success in channels is amplified by one crucial factor, the strength of your relationship with your customer. So if you have a fantastic product, you are promoting it, the price is right, but even along those channels, the customer experience is not great. Your relationship with the customers, you know, when they meet your product, when they meet your salesperson, the person that is delivering the product to them, that is your delivery man, just gives them the product in a way that it looks very messed up. They're already having a perception about you, about your product. That means that they are thinking, is this really worth my money? For instance, the other thing is somebody that's physically selling to you. The strength of relationship is very important. The way the delivery man speaks to you, how cautious he is, how the experience you had, even buying the entire waiting experience, there's a delay in the product's delivery. You are communicating with your customer all along the line. You are building your brand. The person is thinking, shaping the person, but the person thinking, I like this way this person is communicating. Even though he's upset, but you like the fact that you're even carrying him along in the entire waiting time. So that speaks a lot about your brand and how you are building your brand. Thank you very much.
Hey, wow. that was a really loaded session, and I was able to pick a lot of things that I wasn't really sure of initially. Like when you spoke about distribution it should not just be seen as a channel, but it should also be seen as a means of communicating to the customers. Because as we said, during the session, you made mention of some points where the distribution channel might not be within your control, but you still need to see how to leverage those channels so that competition does not take advantage of it.
Yes.
So I will let we had some questions when some people filled the form, so I will let Dayo run us through some of the questions.
All right. Thank you very much for this session. So the first question I want to ask is that we have is, in cases where distribution channels are controlled by third parties, how do you ensure the customers have a unique experience? That's the first question. So in a situation where the channels are controlled by third parties, how do you ensure that there's a unique experience across board?
Okay, so for instance, let's look at Jumia or Konga, the example of third party. Okay, so let's even say the dispatch riders. So the dispatch riders are not in your control, although they are just a delivery person. But at least the experience, what you don't do is after sales, you can, of course, when you sell that product, you can always do after sales. You can call them to say, follow up with a phone call to say, just to know if the product got to you on time. The person can give you feedback. So that way, the person knows that beyond just collecting his money, you're also concerned about after he has collected the product. That's another way, because from time to time, call the customer. You have a data. You have a data from anytime there's a sale on third party, you always know. So it's either you deliver yourself or maybe Jumia delivers. Even when Jumia delivers, you can call to find out how the experience was. That way you can influence the customer to understand that they're calling from the brand that sold you, and just to understand if they had a good experience transacting with them.
All right, all right. Thank you very much. So the other question now is, are brands prone to distribution channel battles with their competition? How should brand handle situations like that?
Well, in business, there's something about you can't control. You have to focus on what you can control. There's always a brand war and competition. Sometimes these things get even very nasty, where you find out that you are here today, your competition goes to the same place that you are in, and they clear out all your products. They displace you. They meet the store manager and they displace you, and they filled all their products where you are. So it's just being, if it's a store where you don't really have control, you just have to manage the person that is managing the store. For instance, distributors, you have to manage them very well. It's about, like I said at the end, is relationship management. When you add value to your channel, you see that you're adding value to them. For instance, why do people do in-store promotions? Just because they know that you're doing in-store promotions to make the channel sell out. So when the channel sells, you also sell. So that way you're helping them to, when the person knows that anytime I go to that place to go and buy, there's always one promotion going on, then nothing is going on. That way you sell out. So in the ones that are competition, you cannot really, really, really control that. What you can do is to ensure that your own experience when they buy your own products, it makes it better. For instance, like I said, the in-store promotion helps. You're running an in-store promo about your own products. Yes, competition is there, but that's your own product. You can control it. You have a really good relationship with the people that are stocking your stockists. You are maintaining good relationship with them, even though your competition is there. You cannot completely do away with competition, saying that they shouldn't be there. They will always be there, but make sure that in your own, when they are buying, your product is properly displayed. You have merchandise that comes there to ensure that your products are properly displayed at the store, or they are there. You always go from time to time, go and visit the markets, at the open markets, see the products yourself, and ensure that they are in where they are supposed to be. Relationship will do a lot in channel management.
All right, thank you very much. The final question is, how can a new FMCG trying to penetrate the Nigerian market build a distribution / sales channel from scratch? So how can an FMCG trying to penetrate the market build a distribution channel from scratch?
Okay, so one of the things I said earlier is, first of all, know your customers. So who are you selling to? How do you build it from scratch? Who are you selling to? How do they buy? If it's an existing product, for instance, maybe you are selling, I know I've used soup. Let's say I'm selling bath soap, for instance. It's an FMCG brand, and somebody is already selling bath soap. It's easy because there's so many FMCG brands that are already existing. So you need to find out first, for instance, do you have the mind to go national, or you want to go regional? So if you want to start locally, focus on the key markets. You can't start at the same time. So you focus on your key markets. Where are the key markets where, for instance, we are selling soap? You know that it's women that buy soap most times. So when they buy this soap, they buy the soaps. Where do they buy soaps? They buy soaps, open markets, or they buy soap in retail stores. So where is this large cluster of women in the market that buy the bulk? They will say Lagos. So look at key markets in Lagos where you can go to. So start from the key markets. Or you don't want to start from the key markets, you can start from the inner route market and go back to the key markets. But the ultimate goal is to be where they can pull volumes. So if you want to start, you have to go to the market where they will pull the volume. So go to the retailers and have a terms of trade. So for those that will be reselling to you, it's more about the terms of trade. But they are interested in their profit margin on what they're selling for you. If it does not profitable to them, whatever, no matter what the fantastic product you have, they will not even push it. But if the product is giving profits, They know that they can always say, okay, I can sell this product because there's a mileage, there's something I'm gaining from it. So the first thing to do, first of all, determine your customers. If you have determined the customer, determine the market, how you want to do. Do you want to do a regional selling or you want to do a national selling? If you are scaling up to national selling, then define it, have a terms of trade. You have a terms of trade that says, this is, if you want to buy from me, the more you buy, you can say everything you buy, even if you buy 10 naira, you get 2%. Even if you buy 100 million, it's 2%. Some people can say, okay, the more you buy, the more percentage you get. So it all depends on what works for you. But the important thing to the person that's going to be buying on your behalf is the important thing to the person is that it must be profitable. Whether you are selling to the open market or you're going to the large scale outlets like ShopRite, Game, it's still the same thing. They're interested in what is the need for them. So sometimes you can combine multiple channels, but look at the ones that pull the volumes the most and the one that it aligns with your customers where they go to shop. So if you know that you can customers, some of the people that can have an Instagram, they have Instagram and they can always buy on Instagram. Of course, why not? You can open an Instagram and you send them DMs. They can buy on they can buy through your website if you know that they can. So, but majorly FMCGs are mass market products, and it's better they are available at neighborhood store. For them to be available at neighborhood stores, they have to run through the retailer wholesaler chain. So that's where FMCG. So even a Aboki that is buying soap from somebody in the market and coming to sell for us close to the neighborhoods, what is in it for the Aboki is a profit. If it's not profitable for the Aboki, he will not even stock it. He will not even sell it. If he knows that if you buy it 5 naira, he will sell it 5 naira, then he won't buy it. But he knows that even if you buy it 5 naira, he can sell it for 10 naira, then it makes sense to you.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that response. It was highly informative. Tokpa, do you have anything to add?
Yes. During your session, I picked like I in my mind, I don't know, but for because of the way the Nigeria is, for instance, the marketing environment in Nigeria. So when we should also, I think one thing you said, which I liked, was that we should also remember that distributors also want to make money. So once we can build good products. Sorry, someone is okay. So I said that once we can also put that have that in mind as well, that distributors are also out there to make money and find ways to also incentivize them. I think we shouldn't really have a lot of problems with competition as well, because once the product is good, and distributors are also incentivized, they will obviously want to also push the product. Then one thing that I've also seen in recent times is that so one thing I've also seen in recent times is that a lot of small businesses in Nigeria, we have a lot of small businesses, and a distribution channel for them, what I've learned is payment gateways, for instance. So you can go on some payment gateways like Flutterwave, like Paystack, and make payments for some products on small businesses. So some of these small businesses, they've gone the extra, some of these payment gateways, they've gone the extra mile to ensure that when I buy a product from, say, ABC Cosmetics, for instance, they can send the customer a customized receipt on behalf of ABC Cosmetic. So it's like they're still trying to build like an experience. Yes. They're still trying to build an experience of personalization.
We can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now? Is it better now?
We lost you a couple of minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
Please go ahead.
Okay, sorry, but I think it's the network.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was saying that I'll just put up the video. I think maybe because the video was on. So I was saying that some of these third-party platforms that we use to make payment, these payment gateways, they've been able to build systems that can help small businesses create a personalized experience for for their customers. So when I make a purchase, for instance, on a certain platform through a payment gateway, they send me like an invoice on behalf of that carries the name of that business, for instance. So that way they've been able to also give me like a very unique experience as a customer, that I'm not buying from the third party, I'm buying from the business. So I think is one thing that people that run delivery companies, for instance, they can also begin to look into, so that if they can also create like because they're also like a key, they're very key in terms of distribution, especially with the pandemic and people needing to abstain and reduce the number of human to human interaction. Yes. So I think if these distribution channels like the deliveries and all, if they can also try to factor in a way to also build a personalized experience for customers when they go to deliver the products, I think it will also be a win on their part.
Yeah, I think absolutely what you said is spot on, because if well, I think the thing is, because the way the distributors, the dispatch riders are set up in Nigeria is different from well, it's not really formal, sort of. Some people are just Okada riders that they became dispatch riders. So some people are just they just bought Okadas and they just get your phone numbers, and they deliver, and they just deliver. So it's not like they have this system. They don't even remember the name of the person, that the company that is even saying, they don't even know the company's name. They just know that this person gave me this phone number. So until you have that system where it is formalized, I think that's where. But for instance, if you go to if you order from GIJ has corporate dispatch, where they know where it's coming from, even though it's from GIJ Logistics, they can tell you that it's from this company. They have corporate companies that they deal with, that they do the logistics for, and they can do that service for your behalf. Okay. But the regular dispatch riders, I'm not sure they can do that right now. Maybe in future, it's something that they can explore. Yeah. Someone is asking, a question: how do we control the retail price to ensure it is as good as purchase price? That's not very clear to me. When purchase price and retail price. Well, if you mean that, how do you control retail price that's same everywhere, or purchase price and retail price, or do you mean, I really didn't get that question, but retail price, how do you control retail price? Naturally is to have a price list that runs across. Another way to control retail price is just to put the name of the price on the product and then communicate the price. So for instance, you are selling this product as 5 naira, and then you put it at 5 naira, and the people that are reselling on your behalf are selling it at 10 naira. So what you need to do is just to go around. You need to go around, you keep going, monitoring the price to ensure that they sell at that price, and tell customers the price. So you can tell the customers that maybe when you are doing your communication, you are doing your promotion, you put the price there, so the customers know how much is buying it. So the person doesn't have a choice. Everybody already knows the price. So the person will have to sell at that price, because the customers will demand for that price because they already know. But when the customer doesn't know the price, he's just going to go there. Whatever the person tells him is what the person will buy.
Okay, I think you were able to. The person said well answered, so I suppose you got this response well. So I don't know if we have any more questions as we're rounding up now. Okay, so I'll just do like a short summary of what you said, so we can just round up already. So from your presentation, you have been able to explain that distribution is not just, in as much as it is one aspect of a business, it's something that should be well thought through from a very holistic angle, because distribution can actually determine your positioning in the market. It can also determine if you have loyal customers, and it will also determine the price at which you sell your product. So from inception of your product, from product development, you should already be thinking of the channels that your product will actually sell in the market. That's why it is important to define your ideal customer, understand their demography, their psychography, and understand their purchase pattern, where they want to buy and how they want to buy. So this will aid your distribution channels. So distribution is not just something that you just wake up and say, oh, I have a product and we want to sell. Let's take them to all the stores. This can actually affect your product in the market because it can affect your price. It can affect your pricing strategy. It can affect your positioning in the market, and it can also affect the kind of people that actually, the way people perceive your product and how they buy your product. If your product is not always available for them in the distribution channels that you have set, then you are losing that opportunity. So thank you very, very much, Busola, on normalcy for
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very, very much for your time. We really, really appreciate it. And I'd like to say this also. I was very inspired as well about this session when you responded, because sometimes when you try to reach out to people of your caliber to come and share some knowledge with us, there's always a lot of I'm busy, I'm not available, let's reschedule. But you showed us that you're actually very, very interested in also in developing people by responding to us on time, and also granting us audience. And thank you very much. We hope that when we call you again some other time, you would come and you would eat our response. And I don't know, can we have access to your slides as well, as we'll also share them to people that attended the session?
Okay.
So we'll also have the recording. So we'll upload the recording and also share the link to the recording for people that want to go back from time to time to pick up a few things. So I don't know, Dayo, any last words?
Yes, I just want to say thank you very much for honoring our invitation and very impactful session. Thank you for the time and taking time to actually break a lot of these things down, because a lot of people just talk about distribution channels without really giving like a clear roadmap and breakdown of how we work. So thank you very much for filling that knowledge gap. I'm sure that we'll be able to, a lot of people would be able to take that information and use it positively to grow their business and product as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We will share the link with you. The recording is up online and on social media as well.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me.
Okay, yes, thank you very much, Busola. So
thank
I don't know
everyone.
Yes, thank you very, very much. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, yes. Bye, everyone.
All right, bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye. Yes. I record.